Are you a woman? Are you a young woman? What is your ambition? What is your aim? What is your purpose? Does being financially independent mean anything to you? Then you don't want to miss today's show. Today we are going to talk about women and financial independence. Some say women are afraid to be successful. Women are afraid to be rich. The main reason, well, you know, I don't need to say it. My name is Gifty Auntie. I welcome you to the Standpoint. Yesterday, we are going to find out why women need to be financially independent, whether you are married to the richest man in the world or the poorest man on earth. I'd like to say thank you to GTP New Star for my cloth. Ophelia Crossland Design sews for me. Afio Creations takes care of my BD needs, and Pava Cosmetics provides us with the makeup products. We take a short break. When we come back, woman, you need to be financially independent. Welcome back to the Standpoint. This is a must watch. In fact, if you know anybody who's never watched the Standpoint before, tell them that, listen, they should forget about everything and watch this particular one because it's so important, especially if you are a woman. Women and financial independence is our topic for discussion today. And seated right opposite me is Hamda Zakaria. She works with the AWDF. Good to see you again on the Standpoint.
So it's a pleasure to be here.
Next to her, I have Chick Nanaya Ajiman Amekuji. She is from Mondelez. She makes sure that women, especially in the cocoa growing areas, get some money that they can use, because when you put money in a woman's hands, she can just change the world around her within minutes. Good to have you back on the Standpoint.
Thank you.
And next to her is a woman who makes it her business to make sure that even if you don't want to invest, you will invest. She is Comfort Okran from the Springboard fame, Legacy and Legacy, and what else? And the list goes on. Good to have you back on the Standpoint.
Thank you so much, Gifty.
Women and financial independence. Is it really important?
It is. Financial independence is the opportunity to have the ability to do what you want to do, the ability to meet your daily needs or the needs of your family without having to go to someone to ask the person for support to do what you have to do. And therefore, the opportunity or the ability to do that on your own and to take care of your family or your needs is important. It's not something that it's a frivolous quest that one can say, oh, it's because you just want to, you've as our elders will say, oh, you knew to, no, can be it's not that you are satisfied, and so you're looking at other things, but it's because you need that for your daily survival, maybe for your survival, but for your upkeep, for the betterment of your household and yourself as an individual. So financial independence is really important for any individual, be it a woman, be it a man, or be it as you become a person on your own who is making decisions for yourself.
Auntie Nanaya, women and financial independence.
Well,
is it that women want power? That's why they want the money, because they say money is power.
Money is power, but it's not the only thing that money is. The accounts have a saying, and I think it translates in all our languages, that "Bemanye sumiye na udutia toso," which explains everything to us. You know, in our languages, we don't use so many words. It tells you that be independent. Be able to think for yourself, think about your household. And when we talk about household, it's not just about your children or your husband, but the larger household. Look at women. I mean, we don't have to go through when you educate a woman,
you educate the whole
exactly,
nation.
it's the same concept.
Right.
So financial independence for women is a very important, and I think it's even critical for women to be financially independent.
Hamda, the last time you were on the program, we talked about, young and widowed and all that. And you made a profound statement. That's why I actually invited you to be part of this discussion so that women understand. You said you woke up just one day and your whole world around you had changed.
That's it.
Suddenly you have to be the one to pay the electricity bill, pay the water bill,
Buy
pay
the
school
food,
fees.
buy the food and
everything.
everything. That's it. It is like I said earlier, even if you're so confident. My elder sister said, yes. I don't speak much, but I understand what it means. Even if you're so confident in your relationship and you think that, yes, you are a perfect match, but the unfortunate can still happen. I woke up one day and then just in the morning, spoke to my husband, walked to the kitchen to get him breakfast. By the time I came, that was it. He couldn't speak to me again, and then that ended it. So now I sit back and I say, if I wasn't working, because you have to deal with the loss of a long-term partner, and then compounding that with having to worry about where your next meal is coming, how to handle the bills, how to get the child back to school. It's double agony and then double devastating. So it's really important to, if not for the money, let's assume that he died and then let facts, bank accounts, for you to take care of you and then your children till the end of time, you still need to get out there. Just moving out of the house, distracting yourself, getting yourself busy, lessens the stress.
Yeah. But I guess, Antia, being financially independent does not necessarily mean even having money.
No.
But knowing how to manage, like Hamda said.
I keep saying that after 50, you want your money to work for you, not you chasing the money. So learn how to manage money. That whatever, if somebody even gives you money, don't say because the person has given you money, you are spending it anyhow. Because I've seen Gifty on TV wearing this nice thing. Where did she get it from? I want some.
Meanwhile, it's sponsored.
Thank you.
I didn't pay.
So you also, you put, the moment you get some money, you put it aside and quickly go and look for, you said it's Afio.
Afio Creations.
Afio Creations. You quickly look for Afio Creations and go and buy some. Well, you are hungry. You see, so we need to be able to manage our money. Yes, it's not just about you earning money, but whatever money comes to you, manage that money. And be able to fend for yourself, because you never know when the rainy day will come. Even sunny days, you still need money. Hello.
Okay, hello. You're watching The Standpoint. The Standpoint is sponsored by
Goil Good Energy, Fortune Rice, the right rice.
Vital, making life memorable.
This program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada, Asia, and North Africa. If you're in UK, you can also watch it on Freeview 525. That's channel 525, Freeview. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh. We take a short break. When we come back, we will continue this discussion. Welcome back to The Standpoint. We'd like to say thank you to Cake Technique and House of Foods. Yep, cleaning services takes care of our environment and make sure that we live in a very clean environment and have our programs in a very clean environment. Matames always provides us with the port comfort. Are women afraid to be successful?
I wouldn't say women are afraid to be successful, but I would dare say sometimes women think that when they become successful, they betray maybe their families or maybe their spouse or something. But I would like to read a short passage from scripture, not because I realize that we have a multicultural audience,
Right.
but I just want to. So this is a part of scripture that some people look at and they think that is talking about a woman who is married, but this is from Proverbs 31, verse 10 going, and it says that this is talking about the perfect woman, a capable wife, and it says that the husband puts her confidence in her and he is never poor. As long as she lives, she does him good and never harm. And this is what it applies to us, the women. She keeps herself busy. She brings home food. She gets up before daylight. She looks at a land, and this is why I like. She looks at a land and buys it. And with the money she has earned, she plants a vineyard. In this particular scripture, it says that you look at something, realize that an investment. It didn't talk about somebody else doing that investment for you. You as the lady, you look at some potential investment. You go to the market and you say, okay, I can see that now the market is moving in this particular direction, and therefore I will put my investment in there. So you buy that particular investment, and with the money you have earned, you reinvest it. By doing that, your household is never poor. Now, financial independence is not something that you wish for yourself and it comes to pass. Financial independence is something that you actually practice and work for it. And therefore, if we sit at home and hope that by the miracle of either being married or the miracle of being a woman, money will pour from a pot into your laps, it just will not happen. It's a deliberate thing. It's something that we have to take responsibility for. It's something that we have to decide to do it by ourselves. Because sometimes you realize that some people go on retirement and they can't take care of their basic needs, because even though when they were working, they were able to take care of it, they didn't plan for the future. Therefore, financial independence should take care of yourself now and then plan towards the future.
I thought they said women, we are good managers.
I'm sure whenever we say women are good managers, we are really talking about when, what's the term? Chop money.
Chop money.
That is not in my language.
When you're giving 2 CDs.
That is not in my language at all. It's part of being financially independent. No chop money in my life. It helps. I mean, it doesn't mean my husband doesn't contribute to the household upkeep. He does. But for me to receive it from him, to manage it, no. He should bring whatever it is to the house. I also bring whatever it is to the house. We go out buying things together. We work at Bogloshi together and buy things. Sometimes it comes from his pocket, sometimes it comes from my pocket. The management is when, like this passage said, the management, and Comfort read it so beautifully. It hasn't spoken to me like that before.
Same here.
I've read it a number of times, but today it's spoken to me that she looks at the land and buys it. She's worked. She knows she has money. She's seen land.
It didn't say dress.
No.
It didn't say Brazilian hair. Moroccan hair. It didn't say makeup. I'm adding some now. The rate at which we are going.
Very soon we'll have Nigerian hair. So you see, she sees the land, she buys it, she invests it. That's management. And then that investment works for her. That's why I keep saying that, look, at 50, you need to start thinking about how your money will work for you. I have crossed the 50. I'm still in a dilemma that age. So
because of you, I'm looking forward to being 50. 50. They won't let us. They won't let us.
Yes, as for that, thank God for 50. But you see, there is a billboard, I think, near Flagstaff House, near Frikiko. It says, "Why let your something about letting your money work for you." Yes, and that should be the thing at the back of our minds all the time. That by 50, your money should be working for you. You shouldn't be struggling, because truly, when you retire, the money that you are given is very small. Meanwhile, that is the time that your hypertension,
the medical bills go up.
Yes, the medical bills go up. People are sitting in the market. They can't stop what they are doing and hand over to their children at the age of 60. They have to continue. There are 80-year-old women still selling plantain in the market. There are people, women selling eggs, selling even small baskets of tomatoes because they can't stop.
Hamda, sometimes they say, as a young woman who is not married, where are you going to? You're saving money. You are working. You have to spend it on yourself. Look good so that you'll be identified by a man who will marry you and make you a wife. Hamda.
I don't have a problem with that, spending money on yourself and then looking good, but you should save as well. You know, there's nothing wrong with looking good. It brings out the confidence in you. I started working at age 21. Yes, I started working at age 21. I wasn't married. Yes, I didn't have any responsibility. I had my parents to take care. I remember my first paycheck. I took it home. I took it to my dad. What he told me was, that's your license to freedom. It's your money. Do whatever you want to do with it, but always remember to save. No matter how little it is, always remember to save for tomorrow. I said, thank you. I left his room. I went to my mom. She said the same thing. You love freedom so much. This is your license to freedom. You don't have to wink at a man to give you anything. Just keep pushing hard, work hard, and manage what you have very well. And then they always use me as an example. You don't like answering questions. If you don't want your husband to ask you why you are going to do, what you are going to do with this money, earn your own money. And that's it. I hate to answer
because
yes.
I hate to answer questions myself. I just hate explaining myself.
Yes, and then no matter how rich the man is, no matter how supportive the man is, he won't come back home and then take it. No. Whatever you need from him, you have to explain why. And then he will decide, start ranking which one is a priority and then which one is not.
I think women who have money and financially independent are arrogant,
Gifty,
disrespectful,
Gifty.
They look down on the men.
I wish this question can get into the Ghana Statistical Service, their next survey, to find out the number of women who earn more than their husbands and yet nobody knows about. Look, go to all these market women, find out what their husbands are doing, and find out how much the husband brings home as an income, or not even brings home, earns as an income, and how much the wife also earns. I know people are clerical assistants, clerks in the ministries. I know a couple of them, men. Their wives sell cloth, sell plantain, sell all sorts of things in the market. They are the ones who build the houses for everybody to live in. But you can never tell. It doesn't matter. If you're a man and you decide that you are putting your ego in front of you all the time, because it's the same thing. You die quick in the house.
They say in marriage, or if you are going to look for a man, you look sika kakra or do kakra.
Sikari betiako, just like the odo betiako. So if you don't prepare yourself for the day that, and if you have time, let me tell you a short story. I was sitting in this lab at Roman Ridge, Medlab, and a man was sitting beside me. They said, "Hey, Rabba," I will say it in English, even though he spoke to me in Tree. He said, "Hey, Rabba, I want to discuss something with you. Please, it's not politics, it's not religion." I said, "Talk." He said, "Is it right for a woman to disrespect the husband when the husband has lost his job?" I said, "Why did the man choose me?" So I said, "What has happened?" I asked him that. He said, "Well, he used to work in this big company. He's been laid off, and now the money is all gone. So the wife does as she pleases." So I asked him, "When you had money, how were you treating your wife?" He said, "Oh, I'm a man." I said, "Yes." So now she's going out to bring the money, so she thinks she's the man. And if by being a man and being the breadwinner, you have to be like this, then she has to also be like that. She's just mirroring what you did. Just then they called me in to go and do my whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. I came back and the man wasn't sitting there, but the woman tapped me and said, "What did you tell the man?" I said, "Oh, it's something that we discussed." He burst out crying. When I left, he cried Because that was the situation. So if Sikan Betiako or Don Betiako, or Don can come back, money can come back, but in the
interim,
what do happens? You do? What happens? So don't let money lead you in your relationship.
Right.
And don't be so egoistic about money.
Let me take a short break. When we come back, we'll get into how you can be financially independent as a young person. Some people, I'm sure, some young ladies are, and I'm not even working. I'm in school, yes, but you are using the most expensive phone in town. Yes, the latest iPad and gadgets and all that, and you are wearing the most expensive dresses and all. How?
And the Brazilian hair.
What? You Brazilian? I said we've moved on. There's Peruvian. There is a Mongolian. There is which one? Give me some. Indian. I mean, we are going, share. Some are in dollars, natural hair, American natural hair. I'm adding some, this one I'm lying. Thank you to GTP New Star for my cloth, Ophelia Crossland Design Source for me, and Afio Creations takes care of my BD needs. Makeup is by Paba Cosmetics. We are also supported by Cake Technique. They make sure that my guests and my audience, the studio audience, gets some refreshments as pastries, and then Mac Catering Services and Yep Cleaning Services. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Standpoint. This program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada, Asia, and North Africa on Sky Channel 235. If you're in UK, Freeview 525. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Over. Let me come to Comfort. She sees a land and buys it. And plants what? Her vineyard.
Yeah.
That's a Proverbs 31 woman.
Yeah.
She sees, so, I mean, she's got vision.
Please, financial independence is not for married people only. Financial independence is for every single person, and in our case, for every single woman. Otherwise, we will not have people doing all sorts of things, sleeping with people and that kind of stuff, if they were financially independent. Because even after they do that, they still are dependent on the people. Financial independence is not just a state of mind, but it's also an attitude. So we've seen our land. We've seen that, okay, for me to live as an individual, I would need, let's say, about, let's say 1,000 cedis a month to live well as an individual. Therefore, what I have to do is I have to engage in things that would give me at least 1,200. Why 1,200 when I need only 1,000 to live? Because whenever you have just enough to take care of yourself, you become stressed out. You must be able to put aside enough every time period so that as time goes on, you gather enough resources in your account. Ideally in an investment account. Note, I didn't say bank account. I said investment account. I was telling Gifty off camera that sometimes we say we don't have work, and yet when we are offered certain types of job, we feel it is below us. If really you need funds, nothing that is genuine should be below you. If it includes sweeping the gutters, it should not be below you, because it gives you an opportunity to earn something. Don't say, I'll wait till I'm 20, and start thinking about how money would work for you. Not when you are 50, but before you are 30, you're 40, you're independent. So then you can actually start looking forward to now making impact in people's lives.
Adia, and I think then we need to change the way we socialize our girls.
Definitely.
Growing up, the things we tell them, how we direct and guide them.
Definitely.
Because I was raised by my father, and all he taught me was work hard. Make sure you do something for yourself. I remember one profound statement he kept making to me over and over again. When I die, you don't have anybody. Try and do something for yourself. I thought he meant that when he died, the family will abandon us and all that. But he was trying to tell me that you need to be able to stand on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are very
No,
right.
I didn't
about,
take that advice wholeheartedly.
I'm sure you have taken that.
I wasted
advice.
a
Your
lot.
father must be proud of you. It's a very important thing, the way we socialize our girls. My father used to give us small money.
Pocket money.
Pocket money. You go to school, and that time it was 5 CDs. Not today,
The
5
CDs, no.
Those
It
days,
would be
5
5
CDs, so
pesos.
today it is lost. You go to school a whole term, he gives you 5 CDs. You come back, and he asks you, did you bring the 5 CDs? I said, but he gave me the 5 CDs to go and spend. He said, no. He was all the time, apparently the first time, he was expecting that you spend some and bring some back. And this is Form 1, and I was 11 years. So I learned to bring some back and to save. Then when I was in the university, my brother had started working. My older brother, he said to me that, look, at a point, we used to be giving money. Then at a point, they turned it into student loan. Yeah. He said, don't take the student loan. I'll give you money, but make sure you spend that money judicious. And I was like, you give me money, what kind of judicious spending too? People were buying shoes. I couldn't buy the shoes because I've been told to spend that money judiciously. So I was keeping that money. By the time I graduated and I was working, doing my even national service, I was running a drink business. I wasn't married. But in school, I started laying my plans. So that small money I was putting aside from what my brother was giving me, and a very, very good friend who is still my I think she's my best friend up to today. She's older than me. She used to bring me some money. I used to put that money aside. So I didn't need too much capital to start a drink business. I was doing drink business before I got married. I was doing trinkets. So the girls have to learn that right from the beginning, that you are not going to depend on anybody. When you depend on somebody, like Comfort said, you go and sleep with somebody and get that money, and you think, you have sold something to the person, you have been paid. You are dependent on that person. It's not that kind of business transaction. You are dependent because forever and ever you go back to sell that body of yours and batter that body for that money.
And you never finish selling it.
You will never finish
because
selling
you sell to get a job. You sell to get promotion. You sell to stay in the job.
So our girls especially, it goes for all our children, but our girls especially, because now there's so much peer pressure for the most expensive hair, for the most expensive phone, for the most expensive nails. And even the eyelashes, apparently there are different levels. There are the cheaper ones and there are very expensive ones.
And you must up your game. And different qualities.
Yes. So if Comfort Okran, for example, can afford $100 pair of eyelashes, then you are sitting somewhere.
You will not even.
You are sitting somewhere, student. You say, I want the same eyelashes. Are you mad?
That's a good question. And that takes me to the audience. We have some people from Emmanuel Presby at Dakuman, right? Here. And then some members also from the Methodist Church right here at Kokomlimle. Methodist. Bethel Methodist at Kokomlimle. Now, Hamda, in conclusion, what is your advice to women out there?
For young women who are not married, I think, like Comfort said, they should make it a deliberate attempt to save. No, even if whether you are working or not, at least even if you are not working, you are being supported by your family. So whatever they give you as chop money, try to save a little. If you're a young woman and then you are lucky, you are already working, whatever you earned, yes, look good. There's nothing wrong with that. You are young just once in your lifetime. But remember to make it a point to save something little at the end of the week. If you take your weekly wages, at the end of the month, if you are paid monthly. And for married women, I think if you're going into a relationship, you should go because you want the relationship to work, because you connect emotionally, but not because you feel trapped. You know, I need his money. I need him to survive. It means you are so trapped. That's
So you're being beaten, you're and
and you are
but
stuck there.
he
You
takes
can't
care
do-
of me.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
You
know, you are
stay. At
stuck.
least he's taking care of you.
Care of you.
That's
Stay.
the one I hear that
Whilst
makes me
you are
mad. At
killing
least
yourself
he's taking
inside,
care of you.
me. You know, it shouldn't be that way. So we should get into relationships because we really want to. We should get into relationship because we connect emotionally, but not because you have to. I have to go and then I have to stay in there.
I think, Anaya, for a woman who is a homemaker, she doesn't work anywhere. She doesn't do anything. All she does is the most important job, staying at home, taking care of her husband and the children. How can such a woman be financially independent?
We talked about managing whatever comes to you. I think Comfort and Hamda both talked about it's not just about what you earn, I mean, in terms of income. But I know for many stay-at-home mothers, they have, or women, they have some allowance from their husbands. Manage that allowance, because apart from the housekeeping money that they are giving some kind of allowance. Because my heart aches. I've seen it before at ShopRite, Accra Mall. The woman picked something. She was shopping with the husband. And the man said, put it down. Put it down. Do you need this one too? You waste my money. And this was cosmetic.
Yeah.
And she said, but it's my money. She was whispering to you, but it's my money. And the man said, which money of yours? I gave you that money. And I said, for goodness sake, even the allowance you are giving her, you want to control how she spends it. So when you are giving that allowance, don't spend it on things that, yes, spend it on your lipstick and other things, but also put some aside. Put some aside. It's not about hiding anything from your husband. My father's friend said his wife built a house, even though she's a housewife. She put up a building without telling him, and her Catholic priest went and commissioned the house, and the wife pretended it was for a friend, and she's a housewife. And I said, but for me, I would have been proud of her. But she was afraid to tell the husband that the allowance you are giving me, I'm able to build, because the husband would have reduced the allowance. So yes, you can be a home, what do they call them? We used to say housewives.
Said, this day, it's either domestic CEO or homemaker.
Homemaker, but working mothers are also homemakers. Not full-time. So full-time homemakers,
okay.
They still get some money into their hands. Please, let every woman learn how to put money aside and manage that money, invest, see the land, buy it, and plant the land, and reap the harvest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sister Comfort.
I would like to say thank you for the opportunity for us to be here to share thoughts with you today. It's been a privilege. What I have learned from this, I mean, is that it's not enough to say that I don't have. We have to seek so that we would find.
Yeah.
And in that seeking, when we find it, we have to knock and let doors be open to us. Let's get what we get and let's see how best we can utilize it. Sometimes we are fortunate enough for people to give us something, a gift. And then when we get the gift, immediately we do a budget and spend the gift. A gift is a windfall. Invest it immediately. And manage with what you have little by little. If you need somewhere to invest, there are good investment houses in the place. You must plan for today. You must also plan for the future. Don't say, I am young and therefore I'll become 50 in about 30 years' time. I can assure you, both of us were sitting somewhere some time ago and we thought we were young, but now we've hit the age and we are moving on. Guess what? you would have to start planning for that retirement, because if you see someone walking on the road right now who has a stake, some time ago that person was also young. Time coming, you would also be holding that stick. May it be that when it's your turn to hold the stick, you will be financially independent, such that you don't need to depend on someone to bring you 5 cedis to go and get something to go and buy.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think it's been very, very enlightening. Yes, you can clap if you want to. It's been very, very educative, and I'm grateful. I'm sure a lot of women out there will learn, but all of us here will take something from it. But I'll be back to give you a bit of me. There was a point in my life, a time in my life, where I virtually needed nothing. Everything I needed, I almost had it at my disposal. Then one day, just one day, I lost everything. Everything of mine was gone. If I hadn't saved, and I like to say thank you to Comfort and her husband, Springboard. I'll never make a secret of it. It's my university. I learn, I listen to them all the time. If I hadn't saved, I don't know where I would have been today. So as a woman, it's very important. Yes, odo kakra, sika kakra, a little bit of love, a little bit of money. A lot of women believe in that. We are being told that it's important. Well, that's up to you. But I tell a lot of young people, every young person in my life, that as you see me loving my beads and my blings and whatever it is, if I get 5 cedis, I've learned to save at least 2 cedis, 50 pesos. Because you never know. You always pray for long life and prosperity. And so if you're going to live long, you project ahead. Too many of us as women are sacrificing happiness, true happiness, for comfort, all because we need someone to take care of us. Poverty, they say, has the face of women. Poverty has the face of a woman. Sickness has the face of a woman. Cancer has the face of a woman. HIV has the face of a woman. I don't know who saw the features of these things, but it always, they say, has the face of a woman. It's about time we change the status quo as women. It's about the time we take pride in making sure that we invest the little that we have so that we can also have the confidence to be able to say that this is what I've done for my children. Every time we hear, oh, my father left the property, their father left the property, at least let us also start a generation where we also leave something for our children. Their mother left. We have a few of them, but we need more of such. Their mother left this for them. Their mother built this house for them. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.